Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So it's Mass Monday. I hope everybody's excited. I am a little nervous about today's project just because I have been messing with it for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, getting it down to where I feel like it's easy enough to show you guys. It's a tuck. It's a simple tuck. However, it's a tuck with a pocket and a tuck within the tuck. And the little second pocket there, and then after you get this glued down onto a page, it's going to be a third pocket. If we cut the paper right, you will be able to use that piece of paper for a second pocket, so you'll end up using pretty much the whole piece of paper. Some of the pages I don't know that I will get that effect because I have cut them down to the size they need to be for my tuck. And then the ones that I'm going to do from the 8.5 by 11, which would be the A4 for anybody over in the UK, that one will probably get the second pocket from, okay? And then we could probably try to get the second pocket from our 12 by 12 as well. But I know for sure we would be able to get a second pocket from this. Okay, so I have double side printed these pages. If anybody is wondering where I got these particular digis, this is Janie B Journals from Etsy, and I will try to link her in the bottom of the description. It's Janey and then B Journals. And these are this vibrant though because of the fact that I used my matte photo paper and my printer on, as I've explained many times, my printer on borderless makes them look like super, you know, more vibrant than they actually are. Like this is one of my prints from one of my collages. It is a bright, vibrant collage, but not quite like this. This makes it look way brighter. This one too. It looks way bluer than the actual print does. But yeah. So I am going to get started. You're going to need some paper. And what I've noticed, okay, I cut these down from a 12 by 12 and I cut them to 7 by 7, first of all. The reason I did that is because with the 8 by 8, which is this one, is done with an 8 by 8, it is a little wider at the base than what my normal journal pages are. It comes out to be, yeah, it comes out to be 5.5, which is like almost like right to the edge of my journal page. So what I did was I did a 7 by 7, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how to make your template. The reason I've been messing with this one is because I was debating on showing you how to fold it as opposed to how to just do a template and cut it straight out. I think doing the template, even though making the template might be a little bit fiddly, it's easier than the cutting and folding to get the 2 pockets out of this, okay? Because you end up cutting off a lot of paper and it's just, it was just frustrating. I was like, you know what, this is gonna be too hard to show you guys. I mean, you'd be sick of listening to it. So anyway, so what I've got here is a template for a 7-inch, and then this is a template for an 8-inch. You can also do a 6 by 6, you could do a 4 by 4, you could do a 9 by 9, you could do a 12 by 12. Depends on the size and width of your paper and how big you want your tuck to be, okay? So I'm gonna get started. You're gonna need your papers. You're gonna need a plain piece of paper. If you want, you can use any paper to make your template with, okay? You're gonna need a ruler or a board that has a ruler on it, pencil, scissors, glue, okay? And so let's get started. First of all, we're gonna make our template. This is really pretty easy. I'm gonna use this mat, okay? And I'm gonna go up here to the 1-inch mark, and I'm gonna, oh, and you'll need something to cut with. I'm gonna be using my X-Acto, or my board box cutter. Couldn't think of the word. Anyway, so here we go. So you're gonna line it up at the 1-inch mark, and then you're gonna take your ruler and you're just gonna take your knife, okay, and cut down. Oops, oh, I went crooked. It's a good thing I have a good one. This is just an example to you guys, so not a big deal. Anyway, so you're gonna cut it at the 7-inch mark, okay? Discard this piece. You can, of course, use it for scrap, whatever. Ignore my mess up here, okay? I'm gonna be using my other one, but I just wanna show you guys how to do it. So you're gonna do 7 inches across, and then you're gonna turn it the other way, and you're gonna put it back in the corner again. Okay, line it up, and then you're gonna go to the 7-inch mark again. So, you know, what you're doing, of course, you all probably know, you're making a perfect square, okay, which is what you want for this particular tuck. Okay, now we have our square. And I went off on this part too. It's a good thing I already did one, right? Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna line this up again, but this time you're gonna be using your ruler to go, and you wanna, because it's 7 inches, you're gonna do 3.5. You wanna go right to, make sure you guys can see, okay? I'm gonna move this just a wee bit so you can see me a little. I'm gonna bring it closer, and I'm gonna angle my phone a little bit. Just a second, bear with me for a second. Okay, just there. Can you see? Okay, so you're gonna go there. You're gonna go into that square, okay, and line it up. I can't believe I did that uneven like that. And you're gonna take your ruler, all right, and you're gonna go from the edge of the page to the 3.5 mark, and you're gonna use this mark as 3.5 for this part, okay, for the width of your page. So go right to the center of your page, and then you're gonna measure 3.5 inches in to the center of your page, okay? So it's gonna be that perfect square spot, okay? And then we're gonna slide down the side here and just cut, okay? All right, now we're gonna go, and you're gonna take from the very corner of that cut at the very center of your page, okay? And you're gonna take your ruler and you're gonna corner it off to where it's right at that corner, okay? And then you're gonna cut again. And if you have to rewind and look at this again and watch it again, I understand, because I probably would. So what you're gonna end up with is this, okay? This is gonna be your piece. That's what you want it to look like. And since I totally trashed this one, we're gonna switch it to this. And now what I did was, I'm gonna close my knife here. What I did was I wrote, so that I would know which way to put my paper, I wrote top. This is the top of your page. And if you want your corner to be on the right side of the page in your journal, you'll do it from this side, okay? If you want your corner to be on the left side of your page, you're gonna do it with it from this side, okay? So it's just reverse. And now I'm gonna grab a piece of paper, and I think the first time I'm gonna show you with the paper that I have chosen to use. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this paper, okay? And you've got it lined up, and this is 7 by 7, and as you can see, of course, it's a tiny bit off because that's life. It's pretty good though. I'm gonna line that up, and you know, trimming happens. We can trim, it's not a big deal. And you're gonna go into the corner, okay? And you're gonna cut along the edge as straight as you can. Mine's kind of catching a little bit, so I'm taking my time here. Right to that center, okay? All right. Now, depending on how good you are with your scissors, for me, it was kind of hard to come up in here. So it's not as bad and painful now with this thicker paper. When I was using the copy paper, I was actually flipping it around and doing it that way. But yeah, now just make sure, you know, that you're as even as possible, okay? Okay, so now you have your piece. All right, so we're gonna do our folding now. Now, I'm going to flip this over because this is going to be the inside for me. And I'm going to take this corner, this triangle part, and I'm going to create a full triangle by going to the very corner, okay, and folding that as evenly as I possibly can. Of course, there may be some trimming going on. Don't worry about it. It's okay. There's one fold that you need to get right, and I will show you in just a second. That's the fold that you need to worry about, because if we don't do that one right, it will cause you to have to cut onto the closed fold and open your tuck, and you don't want that. So this one you can do trimming on, okay, this outer corner. This one here, okay, is the one you're going to want to be careful with. So now we have, this is our tuck, okay, and okay, it's going to be this way when it's in the book. And because obviously I have postcards and everything else everywhere on this thing, it's all over the place. So mine's going to be upside down, which I'm not worried about. I'm just not going to worry about that. This is for an example anyway. So now we're going to take this small triangle that's left, okay, and you're going to turn your paper over and you're going to fold this. And what you want to do, now the reason I said you need to be careful with this fold is because you want to make sure that this piece here does not go in front of this piece here. Can you see? You want to make sure that when you fold it down, it's flush or just behind it if you have to. If you can get it flush, that's awesome. But if it has to be just slightly behind it, that's okay too. And then we're going to fold that down, okay? So now what you've done is you've created a pocket here, a pocket here, and once it's glued in, okay, you'll have another pocket right here. And we can decorate it and it'll be adorable. So now we take our glue and you're gonna glue on this outside part here, okay? Make sure that you're paying attention. This part stays open, this part gets glued down, okay? Now if you don't care if your tuck spot pocket, this little pocket, is up, once you turn this around, oh, I need one of my wipes, here we go. Glue that down, press and rub. What I was going to say is you can also put it in this way and have this little tuck at the top, okay? It's up to you. That is totally whatever your preference is. Now we're going to open this up and you're going to glue this outer piece right here that will actually be either the bottom or the side of your tuck spot, okay? And when you pull it down, when you bring it down, make sure that you hold it so that it, you make sure this line here isn't showing anything, is my point. Because that's the part you don't want to have to cut. You can trim this all you want, but this part here, you don't want to cut it because it will reopen it. I mean, it can be glued back down, but it's just, it's a hassle. Now I am going to trim just a tiny bit here. I see that's hanging over. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can from where I'm at. Okay, so there we have our first one. Yay! Look at that. It's cute, right? I mean, it's fun. So it's a triple tuck spot pocket. Okay. Now this piece we can't do what I did with the other one because of the fact. Let's see. Actually, you could. It's just be small. You take this other piece, okay, and fold it over so that your triangle is in this corner, and then you can glue this down at the bottom, and you have another pocket, a little tuck pocket. Now you could actually, theoretically, you could fold this backwards and make just another tuck spot pocket, okay? But I thought they were kind of cute because, like, if you had, one on this page, you could have this one on this page and they'd match, you know what I mean? It just kind of was cool. So, and also you're getting to use up all your paper. So that I think is cool too. No scraps, woohoo! So So let's see. I'm gonna do an 8.5 by 11. Now this one, isn't that pretty? Look at that. I have this digi, if you guys see it on there with the lady, and it is beautiful. And like I said, it's Janie B Journals. Now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this piece now to show you how it is with an 8.5 by 11. Just a little bit more trimming. So you're gonna pick what, side you want, okay, facing. And now what I can do is turn this around, and then this will be a tuck, I think I will, just so you guys can see. So I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna cut it on the opposite side, okay? Okay, get on there. Sorry guys, trying to make this even. It's funny because paper, you can measure until the day is long, but it seems like no matter the amount of measuring I do, I'm always gonna have those places that are like off. I don't even know why. Okay, so we're gonna hold this tight and trim along this edge. And if you're doing it the other way because you want it on the left, that's fine too. I'm just doing it at the other side because all the ones I've done today have been right side pockets as I was practicing. So now I have like a stash of right side pockets. I thought I'd better do a couple on the left as well. Okay, I'm just going to cut up that edge. And now with this, what you can do is just trim, okay? Evenly trim this off. And now this is ready to be made into a pocket. Now I won't fold it right now because I want to show you something with that. Because it's a little larger. So we can actually kind of make it a little bigger pocket. I'll show you how. Now we're going to fold this again from the one corner to the other. I just get it right there in the corner, and then I try to make sure that the paper's even, because this fold is going to kind of be temperamental anyway. Let's see. Instead of that, I think because this paper's the 8.5 by 11, I better make sure this corner's right. I can trim down here. Okay. All right. See, I'm going to need to trim this tip just slightly. Okay. Now, we're going to fold this back. And remember, this is the one you want to make sure it's behind the triangle. Okay, because it's your main fold, and if it's not together, it will have to be re-glued, and it'll just be a hassle. So if we can get it, unless you have double-sided paper and it won't show up as much, then it's not such a big deal. If you've got the type of paper it's going to show, then you'll want to make sure that it's super even. I'm just going to trim, and now I'm going to glue. So we want, this is going to be remember I said this one's going to be for the right side? So, yeah. And also, because I'm decorating these, I'm not too worried about like the picture itself being at a slant and looking off. I memean, if you're using the right kind of paper that doesn't have faces or writing on it, but just has like flowers and designs on it, it's not going to even matter. It's going to look beautiful. But if you're worried about it being upside down and stuff, that's why I had you do it from the right to the left on the same, this way and that way, so that at least it's at a correct angle when you're looking at it. Okay, so we're going to do that and fold it down and press and then rub. Okay, now this one's ready, and there's my tuck, okay, and there's my pocket, and of course glued in this way and this way. There's my other pocket. Okay, now I'm going to show you this real quick. This is going to kind of remind you of some of the other things I've shown you. I'm going to fold this from the bottom first. I don't think it really matters which way you fold it as long as all the folds are done. And then I'm going to bring this over. Okay, no, you know what? I'm going to do this first. I'm going to fold this shorter end just because I think it might be a little easier in the long run. And now I'm going to fold it over. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to do that trimming that we've done together so often, because we're gonna fold this in, and that's going to be like the part that'll give us that opening pocket, that'll give us that little gap we need. And so we're just going to trim. In fact, you can just go like that across. Okay. Okay. So now you've got that. And now what I like to do, and I don't know that everybody does this, but I don't like the bottoms, so I like to trim this back piece off like this, just that fold trim that I do, that I've shown you guys so many times. Okay, because then when I fold it in, it's only this one portion here that's actually, I'm going to take a little more of this off. And a little more of this. Okay. So see, you've got your, what is that fold called? I know those of you out there that know it. I can't remember. I just know to do it. Anyway, instead of gluing your bottom and your side together and not having this part of the paper open, this gives you a pocket that is fully the size of your piece. Okay? And then we're going to glue that down. I like this idea because you get to use the whole piece of paper and you don't have any scraps, which, you know, I don't know about you guys. Well, I'm going to assume that most of you have enough scraps and you don't want more. That's me. I don't want any more. Okay, and there's our pocket. Isn't it pretty? I like that. And there's our matching tuck. So I can have the tuck on one side and the pocket on the other, and those 2 pages in my journal are going to look awesome. Okay. Let's do another one. Now that was with the 8.5 by 11. Now we're going to try the 12 by 12. Okay. I have not done an outright 12 by 12 yet. I just need to, that's the back side of this paper. This is Tim Holtz, of course, the lovely Tim Holtz paper. I don't know which part should I use. Gosh, I like this page a lot. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to use this corner. And now don't forget what I had mentioned before. If your journal pages are wider than 5.5, okay, then, and you want your pockets or your tucks to be as big from corner to corner of the page, then just, oops, sorry guys, this is a little awkward, then just use the 8 by 8 or even 9 by 9 or use the full 12 by 12. I just don't have any journals that are going to be that wide, and I know that already, so, except for maybe my art journal. So if I want to put one in my art journal, I guess. Okay, so to make my pocket, I'm going to trim this part off as evenly across as I can, so I can make my matching pocket. I have no idea how big this pocket's going to be. It might be a full page pocket. Who knows? I don't know. Keep that for my scrap box because I love this paper so much. Okay. And what are we going to do? We're going to fold. I think I did this as a lefty again, didn't I? That's okay. So we're going to fold this down and make sure that this corner, and of course because this paper is cardstock, it's a little more, you know, temperamental in the folding, but also it kind of is a little easier because in the way, because you can kind of force it, you know, and it's tough and it won't rip on you or, you know, any of that. So okay. Oh, it figures the plant part is going to be the fold. Oh well. It's all good. It's going to get decorated anyway, right? And now again, we're going to fold back, make sure it's behind. This is the part that I find a little bit challenging. Once it's down, it's good, but making sure that it's back there is, you know. Okay, so there's that part. And let's see, we need to trim just a little bit. Okay. Oops, make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, okay. You could easily glue down the wrong side, or I could easily glue down the wrong side. I should say me. I'm not going to speak for y'all. I know I could. So I'm so excited. Today's Saturday while I'm taping this, of course. And so I have no idea who has won the journal yet. Oh my goodness. I decided I was going to do the drawing today. And then I realized I should probably give people a chance over the weekend. You know, I was just so excited to do the drawing and get the listing up and all that. And I thought, no, because you said you were going to post it on Monday. So you could wait one more day, do the drawing tomorrow. So, yeah. I'm just excited. I'm excited to find out who's going to win. So now I have the pocket here, yay. Now we're going to do the big pocket. Let's see how this turns out. This should be interesting, okay? So we're going to do the fold. We want to do the fold here. You don't have to do this fold. You can actually just fold it over and glue it. I mean, I'm doing the fold because I like to have the whole piece of paper be there for the pocket and not just, looks like I folded that crooked, and not just like, I don't like always having that glued part that, you know, takes up some of your paper. I really like having it, I definitely folded that crooked. I really like having it so that I can utilize the whole piece of paper. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Okay, fold this over. And as you can see, I trimmed this unevenly, so I'm gonna trim it now. Hopefully I can make it even. Okay, and I'm looking at it, I could even do, I think for me, I'm going to come in from the corner, okay, and I'm going to go across. It's because it's the 12 by 12 that it's not as, you know, as set up the way it was before. So there's my pocket, okay. Now I'm going to trim these pieces out. There we go. It's so hard to do this one for me. I don't know why. There. I bend my paper all up. Oh, very good, Tara. Very, very good. This one's super easy. Okay. Okay. Now, we'll do it. See, I still didn't get that one right. I probably should just come in from the corners, huh? Duh. I know somebody out there's going, Tara, just come in from the corner. You don't need to do all that. It's okay. I get it eventually. I get there eventually. Oh, and I forgot to trim that piece off. Shoot. Oh, well. I'm not going to worry about it. Here's what I do in those cases. I'm going to glue one of them down. I don't want anything that I put in the pocket to get caught on that paper. I'm kind of picky about that. Not everybody is, and it's perfectly fine. For me, I just don't like that paper catching on anything. And when I say that paper, what I mean is, in case somebody's new to this, if these two flaps are just glued together inside the pocket, they're like in the center there, taking up space. If one of them is glued down, and then the other one's glued to it, it leaves a fully open pocket. I'm still gonna have to trim here. Okay. There we go. There's our pocket. It goes with our, what did I do with it? Ah, here we go. So see, you have all these matching pockets and matching tucks for your corners. I need a drink of water, kids. Oh, praise the Lord. It's a beautiful day today. Let me see. I'm gonna do another one of these 8 by 10, or 8 by 11 and a half. Let's do this one. Woohoo! Isn't that bright? That paper is so, it's that photo matte. It really is phenomenal, but yeah, with my borderless, it really prints bright. Okay, I'm gonna go from, I think I'll do it like that. And then that way I can turn it. Will that work? I'm thinking it's just kind of awkward for me to do it from this side, but I don't want to mess up my leftover piece because I definitely want the matching pocket. Okay. There we go. So since I'm posting this on Monday, I always ask you guys, and I hope there'll be those of you that share with me, what did you learn at church yesterday? I love when you tell me about what you learned. It's Saturday for me, so of course, I have not gone today. There's my piece. And then I will trim this side off. Okay. Yes, yesterday I did my weekly shopping, and I did the going into town thing I told you guys about. Woo! Got that done for the month. I only go once a month and go do that. So I got that done and went to Trader Joe's, Aldi, Walmart, and of course Joann's. I went into Joann's and I picked up a few little things that I think might be fun for us to play with. I hope you guys feel the same way. And I'm going to figure out what I want to do with them. And I got a few Tim Holtz things that were somewhere on sale. And I got some pretty fun little things of his. And so yeah, I'm kind of excited about that, of course. And then I was playing with yesterday. Here, I'll show you guys. I was playing with the paint paper that I got, and then I used some sprays of Tim's, and I used some of the micro spray, and then I used the liquid pearl paint and got that. I thought it was kind of pretty. And then I also got, let me see here, quick, if I can find it. I thought it turned out really cute. Oh, where is it? Oh, I don't see it. I'm not going to dig. But I got another thing done that I think you guys will like. So we're going to try it, I think. And it's working with the micro spray and the spray, all the oxides and stuff. I don't have a ton of them yet. As I get more, we'll play with more. But, you know. Anyway, it's a cool thing I did and I can't find it. But I think you guys will like it. I think you will. So we'll be playing with that a little bit. So now we've got this one. Let's go ahead and do the glue. Do our glue. Okay. I hope you guys are doing these with me and that you're making some for your stash. I hope I was able to explain it. I almost did this tutorial last week, and I didn't just because I was nervous about explaining how to do the what do you call it, template, and you know, getting everything prepped for it. It's just, if I showed you how I folded it and how much cutting there was involved to get this piece down like this, you'd see why I was hesitant. So there's our pocket. It looks real pretty on the inside. Got flowers, and then there's our tuck. And of course, it's going to be in the page like that, so it'll have its other tuck. Okay, and now let's do this one. I will say this copy paper thickness is easier to fold for these than the cardstock or the scrapbook paper. Okay. It also seems to be a more reasonable size pocket. If you like big pockets like that, though, it's really good, you know. Let's fold it this way. Oh, that's pretty. It's gonna be pretty. I know the writing's upside down, but like I said, I'm not worried. I'll probably have lace across the bottom or something. You know what you could do too? You could actually use this as like a page pocket and lay it down this way and just leave this part open. You could also do that. There's so many things you can do, right? I mean, the stuff that we show you, take it to the next level. Take it to your level, seriously, and let me know. I love when you guys let me know. Oh, you know, I did what you did, but then I changed it and did this. It's like you take a recipe and you make it your own, I think. I mean, I do. I love certain people's recipes, but I always end up adding my own little something. I just do, because I look at the recipe and go, okay, well, it doesn't have garlic in it. It doesn't have onion in it, or it doesn't have, you know. And so I may change it, but I use their recipe as my springboard. You know what I mean? That's what all of us on here are. We're your springboard. We're just giving you that idea, and you just take it to the limit. Take it to that next level. I just ask that you make the deal with me, that you tell me what you did, because sometimes you tell me stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try that. Like, one of you told me that you were doing the same thing, and I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. Told me she was doing the same thing that I did with the alcohol ink on the book pages, but she was going to use watercolors. Okay, I love watercolor, and I am going to try that idea because I think it sounds amazing. Okay, so please share your ideas. Don't be stingy now. Plus, I just love to hear from you guys, because while I'm sitting here talking, I'm thinking about all of your names, and thinking about, you know, people who love Chunky Monkey journals, and people who love watercolor, and people who love to work with longhand stitching, and you know, these are all things that you guys have shared with me. So people who love collages, and just how special all my friends are. So we have made quite a, this one was from before, so I'm not going to cheat. We've made quite a few. What time is it? Let's see. Oh my goodness, I've been yammering. Let's do, let me see if I can do a couple more. Isn't this cute? So pretty. Let's do this side outside. I mean, I know this is beautiful, but let's do this side. I really like it. I like it a lot. Hard not to cut that cardstock. I have super thick cardstock, and it's like right there on it. There we go. Like I always say, I really, really hope you guys enjoy these. It's a twofer, you know, you get double for your trouble with these. That would be that side. And that's the other thing. If you have double-sided paper, you can fold this either way if you want to change the side that your pocket's going to be on. Yeah. So, you know, again, you do not have to follow any set of rules. That's our wonderful, wonderful junk journal world. I love so much. Make it your own. Make it your own. And then post it for me on our Facebook group. If you haven't seen or been a part of our Facebook group yet, which I know many of you haven't because we only have so many members so far. Of course, it's not even been up a week, but I'm just excited to hear from y'all. But it's Creatives Inspired Corner on Facebook. Okay, Creatives S' Inspired Corner. And there's a link to it in our community page here on the channel. So if you can't find it via Facebook, just go on our community page and hit the link. It should take you to it. If you have any trouble with it, let me know and I'll relink it for you. But yeah, I want to see your art. I really do. I really, really, really do. I check it every little bit. And I gotta tell you, there's only been a few people post. And I was laughing because I feel like I used to feel when I was in junior high and high school. I'm at a dance and everybody's standing around the walls not dancing and they're watching, and I'm the one who runs out there and grabs my friends' hands and pulls them out onto the dance floor. And yes, that was the case when I was a kid. I was the one who would pull everybody out onto the dance floor and get everybody started dancing. I'm not exaggerating, it's the truth. So I am right now reaching out to you and saying, come dance with me on our Facebook, because I just really want to see what you guys are working on. I love seeing your stuff. I really do. I get so excited when somebody posts something they've done. So I love this paper. Unfortunately, these splatters on this side are going to be hidden, which is kind of a bummer because they're pretty cool. Yeah, but anyway. So I'm going to fold. And this, I think, what time is it? I probably have time to do one more. But I was thinking, I definitely want to decorate one, so. We gotta decorate, right? Okay. Yeah, anyway, so I did my errands on Friday, which was great. And then I get up this morning and I'm gonna, I'm kind of hanging out with, the Lord, and I'm hanging out with you guys, answering some posts and stuff. And then my sweet husband gets up and he informs me that he is going to go do the laundry for me. I said, no, it's, because that's my thing. No, you work all week. I'm home. No. Nope, he wouldn't have any part of it. He took the laundry to the laundromat, told me to stay home and relax and enjoy my crafting. I'm working here. He sees this as my job, my business. And he said, just enjoy yourself and relax and do what you do. And I'm going to go do this. And so he did the laundry for me. He's so good to me. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I have been working on stuff all day long. I am figuring out how to go in and post, or go in and do the links to everything. I'm going to try and go back to videos and link the supplies, because I've had a couple of you start asking me for the names of what I have. I don't have the ability to link everything, because some of the stuff I get, of course, is from like Dollar Tree or, but if it came off of Amazon, I will link it for you, okay? Or somewhere that I can pull a link from. That one's cute. I like this paper a lot. I might make this a floating pocket just so they can see this part. It's so pretty. So how many do we have? Let's see. 1 set, 2 sets, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what time it is again. Nope, I should decorate. Okay. So, all right, guys, which one? Oh no, they're so pretty. What do we want to decorate with? Let's see. I think I kind of have to decide by what's on my desk, which I have a ton of stuff on my desk, but also which one will I be using next? You know what I mean? And I think I'll probably do this set, because either this set, let's see, because of what I'm working on. I've got kind of grungy journal in mind. Oh, and I worked more on oh, you guys haven't seen the video yet. Never mind, I almost ruined it. Sorry. Never mind. I'm ahead of myself on my week videos, and I get confused on Mondays about what you guys have seen and what you haven't seen. Okay, so this is gonna be, okay, yeah, this is the front for this one. And there's the front for this one, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's look here. I have got some of that very cool cloth that I think might look the bomb on this paper. So we're gonna tear some down. And yep, I was right. I like it. I like it a lot. I hope you do too. If you don't, you can tell me in the comments, okay? Let's see. I can never tear it when it's that skinny. Now, I have my hot glue gun over here. Now, this is some of the stuff I got the other day from Tim Holtz. I actually got a packet of his little cards. I think these are so cute. And then and this is supposed to be Halloween wallpaper background. However, it's so pretty and grungy. I got it because there's nothing Halloween-y about it. It's just gorgeous paper. Look at that. Ugh, I love it. Okay. And I'm only talking about, I don't do, you guys have asked me, I've had a couple of you ask me. I really don't do Halloween as far as like skeletons, witchcraft, you know, the witches and the ghosts and all that. I don't get into all that. I used to. There was a time in my life when I did. But I don't judge anybody who does, because I can see why they like it. But I just don't get into it. I like more festival, you know, like autumn festival type stuff for me. So if I do any seasonal stuff, it's probably going to be geared more toward, like, you know, the autumn festival things. But this paper was supposedly spooky and da-da-da. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's gorgeous. And I'm buying it. And so I got it, like, I guess 25% off. Yeah. At Joann's, if you're interested. If they have any at your Joann's, they might still have some. You never know. Let's see. If I do another piece of this. Now I think I'll put a piece on here, and that way it's kind of even. What I think I will do, let's see. More of the stuff I got from his stuff. And this is not, what do you call it? Halloween. This was just regular tape that was in the aisle. It's just super grungy and cool, and I loved it. And I'm just looking for an excuse to use it. So, and I think it looks pretty awesome on this paper. So we're gonna use it just because we can. If you guys hear a weird coughing noise, that's my dog, Tippy. She went and got a drink of water, and every time she gets a drink of water, she has to clear her throat. So, poor little baby. Now let me see. Okay. I'm thinking that this paper would look good with I don't know. I want it to go with, like, it's sorry, it's going to be on opposite sides, like together on my page in my journal, wherever I put it. So what I was thinking, it would be kind of cute if I can find one here real quick. I hope. No. I was kind of thinking gypsy bohemian look. What do you guys think? I know I have some in here. I just don't know exactly where they are. Actually, that's kind of pretty with it. I saw them just a little while ago. Bear with me, kids. Okay. Okay. Some of this paper is cardstock and some is more of a shiny. I got it printed out at a copy store before I got my printer. So I've had it for a minute. And it's super slippery. It's sliding out of my hands because of it. It's nice paper, though, that they use over at this copy store here in town. way too nice for my blood. I'm kidding. She's too close up. Oh, she's pretty. Maybe I'm in the wrong basket. Do you think so? Oh, here she is. Here's one. That's what I was thinking. Oh, but she's in bright red. I don't know why I was thinking that she was more in a burgundy color. Maybe not. Let's see. Okay, I think she looks kind of cool, actually. Some of them, I'm using her. I made one with her earlier, a piece with her earlier, and came out real pretty. I liked it a lot. So I'm just gonna use her again. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and not use her. I'm gonna use this one. Okay. And let's tear her down. Yeah, I love this picture so much. Actually, if you look in my Etsy, I think the journal I have that's up on my Etsy page is from, it has this picture on the front, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I love it that much. Okay. All right. Where is my... Probably put it away because I was trying to be good. Here we go. Okay, we're going to distress these little ladies a little bit. You know what? Bear with me. I know what I'm doing. It just doesn't seem like it all the time, but I really do. Now I want to point out my printer, the reason I get, wrong one. The reason I get frustrated with my printer at times is because this particular, sorry, I'm looking, here she is. This particular print is actually brown. Okay, this is the regular side of that paper. This is the matte. And so on the matte with borderless, it printed it almost a purplish color, okay? And it's not technically a purple color, not at all. But because it looks like it is, this thistle from Archival Ink, Ranger Archival Ink, will match. And I am even going to hit that tape a little bit. Just, okay. Do my edges. And I'm going to do her. And this way it brings her, for my eyes at least, it brings her into matching the piece better. And then on the white part, of course, I'm going to take my little brush, and I'm going to use Vintage Photo and just age her picture a little bit more. Okay. All right, and she's going to go here. Or should I put her like this? That looks pretty. It's going to be like that on the page. I kind of like her at an angle, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. And I'm just kind of tucking her underneath that cloth here. And I'm going to grab my words. I need to cut some more. I've got so many words, and I just need to cut them down. Let's see. If this will reach in, I'm going to trim these little corners just so they're nice, and there we go. I can't do this with all of them because sometimes they're too short and it won't reach in, but this one looks good. I'm going to go ahead and do it with this just tinge it with the thistle a little bit. Okay. All right. Where do I want this at? I'm going to put it right there. And I think, I don't usually do this on words, but I think this might look really pretty. I hope I'm right. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm so sorry for wasting our time. I'm just going to trim these down into one piece here. I just love my bling. Who else loves bling? Show of hands. I think it's so much fun. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one here. Boop. And, oops, almost lost it. Boop. There we go. Okay, once that glue is dry, I think it will disappear. There we go. Make them as even as possible. There, she's so cute. There's our little tuck. Okay, that's the tuck. And now let's do the pocket. How much time do I have? Oh, good. I still have 4 minutes. I'm trying to get this. I kind of know what I'm going to do with her, so we'll be okay. I'm going to go across with this one. And I'm just going to squish it up so it kind of hangs off. I love when the cloth and lace hang off the page. I think it's cute. Oh, it's not sticking for me here. It's because I'm trying to hurry. Sorry, guys. There we go. That will rub away. A little squishier on this front part. There we go. All right. Okay, I don't know how I got that yellow piece there. Okay, and then this little lady here is going to also be surrounded with the thistle. I think thistle is one of my absolutely favorite colors to work with, and I have not been able to find it except for on Amazon. Like every time I go to the store, they're out. So obviously a lot of other people find it beautiful as well. So I even named one of my journals in there. It's called Thistle Dreams, and that in my shop, and that is this named after this color. I fell in love with this color. Okay, I have here somewhere, where'd they go? Okay, I got these. I'm not sure, but let's check just really quick. I want to see how that would look. These are from Tim's. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, these are from Tim's. And yes, I'm putting this on these too. I know. Leaves are not really purple. Well, sometimes they can be, right? There's that one tree. One of my favorite trees that I never can remember the name of. It's purple. And because this is going to be a pocket that's going to be glued down, I can leave this kind of hanging over and it's not really going to hurt. But I do need to darken the backside. I don't want that showing like that. If it's hanging off the page at all, it's going to look weird. Always keep those things in mind, new girls, the ones that are new to junk journaling. When you glue something down, if it's going to hang off, you need to do the back as well. Otherwise, you're going to have it looking, kind of, I don't know. To me, it looks funky. It needs to look aged too. So if somebody happens to see the back of it, it matches. That's my matchy match, okay? You don't have to do that. There's no rule. There is no hard, fast rule. That's just that's Tara's issue. I don't want to put my issues on anybody. see. Okay. Oopsie. Oh, dear. I'm looking here, wondering, should I put this down? Like here? Yeah, so you can see more of it and then put her up here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Well, it's kind of what I have to do because I just laid the flowers down, so. And I've got art glitter glue on there, which is going to dry super fast. And we'll put her right here. I have the weirdest idea. I don't know if it will work, but I just want to check really quick. It might not. It might be cute. I could be wrong. Okay, let's see. Oh. So today we watched Father of the Bride 2. Has anybody seen that movie? Old movie. Steve Martin was so cute. Okay, I cannot get this to let me cut this off here. There we go, I got it. Yeah, that was a really cute movie. I hadn't seen it in years. We watched the first one a couple weeks ago. And I was thinking that this would look pretty on her hat, right? Like about right here. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so that's what we did this afternoon while we ate lunch. And of course now my honey is laying down taking his nap. He went in and read his Bible, and you know, praise God for a man who loves the Lord and prays and leads our home, you know. It's just such a blessing, right? It really is. I, you know, didn't always have that. It's a story for another time, but I sure do appreciate it now so much. We're almost done, kids. I hope you liked these. I hope you enjoyed having the option to use the whole page. I just thought that was fun. Now this one says, I will give you rest. Okay. There we go. I could have put that like going up there, but I kind of like it here. So here's our 2 finished pieces. And I hope that you guys like them and that you will make these pockets and tucks, and let me know if you do and if you put them in your journals and enjoy them. I sure had fun today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. God bless you all. I love each of you, and thank you for being such wonderful friends. Bye, guys.